across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip Tower Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. Today, we continue with a terrific matchup in the divisional round. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos. On the visitor sideline, the Dolphins head coach. His guys got it done in the 4-5 game last week. They face another tough one on the road here. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His guys, the #1 seed, the extra week to get ready. We'll see if they're rusty at all. A return starts from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
After talking to him the other day, it seems like he's really embracing this moment, Mike. I mean, he said something along the lines of playing with the pressure that comes with the playoffs is a privilege, and I couldn't agree more. Not everyone gets the opportunity to play on this stage. So when you have these types of moments, you really have to take advantage of them and just go for it. If the rest of the team can match that mindset, I think they got a good shot today to leave with a win.
And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. A shotgun snap for Tua. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Mike, when we pulled into the parking lot this morning, I mean, the place was packed. These fans have been looking forward to this game for weeks. They're well-rested coming off the bye. Best team in the conference all season long. They understand they're only 2 wins away from the Super Bowl, and their moment is here.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Quick throw on the RPO is batted away. That is incomplete. It's a good job of recognition by the defense. And it's going to bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
Set, go!
Here's a run. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage. We'll go again here from the 10-yard line. Second down and goal.
At the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And goal.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Denver.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will take it in and tack on the 2 points to make it 8-0.
That's just too easy, but that is exactly the premise of the zone read play. Defensive end is flat-footed. He's thinking the quarterback's going to keep it himself. Simple give read, and he hits his head on the goalpost.
This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's A-check. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Patrick Surtain makes the tackle. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 7. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one out wide to A-check. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
2 now on 3rd down. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And there's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense are now ready to get going on their second possession. First time they had it, they scored a touchdown and added the 2-point conversion on top. So an 8-0 advantage as they work with it here on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he will have a Broncos first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
48-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. 1 quarter in the books in this AFC Divisional playoff. 8-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Finding room to the 20. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Broncos. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point
He's going to try to do it himself. And he's in for the 2-point conversion to make it 16-0.
Beautifully designed and executed zone read. That defensive end, he is caught in a bind. Does he take the running back or does he take the quarterback? In this case, he goes down hard on the handoff. Simple pull read. Quarterback keeps it around the edge. Easy 2.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Down a couple of scores now, 16-0, as they want to get going here. Drive starts 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out. The Broncos have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Handoff here, up the middle. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Let the fullback try to power it home. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go, take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for two. He's going to try to do it himself. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself and make it 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions. He's into the end zone for the score.
Nothing fancy here. This was old school throwback smash mouth football, and they're able to pick up the 2-point play.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Throwing is Tua. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Third down and 3. Now Tua. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Tua gonna throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back. and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet. The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's fourth down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board just before halftime. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Tua, give it to Achane, and he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Now it's Tua. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And now it's third and goal.
Ready.
To throw is Tua. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in their second quarter. Koo's kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Broncos offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40.
Hold it ready. Here we go, set. 18, go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quickly, he gets it out to his right. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19, Lion. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. A third down. They'll try to get it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We roll on here on this divisional round Sunday. 2 more final scores to get to, and then we'll know the AFC-NFC title game matchups. But first, let's look back at Saturday's action. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the AFC. And it's the quarterback for the home side. He had it going. This, one of his 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Armadillos are moving on. They'll play again next week for the AFC title. Time now for a look at how things stand with the current picture in the AFC in the divisional round. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
These two teams fighting to get to that AFC Championship game next Sunday. Back to it here, the third quarter underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Go! 70 Lions!
Here's a run to begin this third quarter, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go! Ready?
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Denver first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Count! Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
Now they'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Have the 6, take over!
They'll turn and hand this one off. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Ball down 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point.
He's going to try to do it himself. He'll try to pick this up with a run. And he will get into the end zone and bump the lead up by 2 more.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. Uh-oh. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Run the draw with H.A. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Ready. Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for H.A. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Third and long. Back to throw is Tua. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. This brought in out past the 20. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
44. Ready. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Tua.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Ready. Ready.
Tua. That's taken in by H.A. A pretty good comeback, to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They're going to go. It's Tua. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The Broncos offense back onto the field. for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Okay, break. Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. My man, hold on. Go.
Now, faking the give. A ball deep for the end zone. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Up the middle they go. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 30-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. And even 30 yards. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports.
Hold it ready.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Chop 60, chop 60.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing to the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there.
4 yards.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
First down.
Cougar 19.
First down and goal to go.
Cowboy in. The tight end on. 19 Lion. Check out.
They'll throw out of the gun. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. On the zone read, this is Milrow. And he'll give it up on the pitch. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Denver. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
Let's
The
go now.
Broncos will line up for the
Panther 11,
2-point
Panther
conversion.
11. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Play action. It's Milrow. He'll swing that out wide. And they continue to pour it on. Into the end zone. Tack on 2 more plays. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one out wide to A-Check. Whoa. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
On first down. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, here's Tua. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Good.
On the handoff, this is A-Check. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. That, not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. It is third and 10. Now Tua, little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Chop 60, chop 60. Go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And he's going to set his guys up well. Nice return. The offense is going to have it just past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. Now it's Tua. A high throw over the middle that's taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 2 at their 49-yard line.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks.
Jonathan Brooks. A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10.
They'll come up here, first and 10. He'll step up and run this. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Miami.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
Throwing is Tua. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Dolphins.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Dolphins cut into the lead a little bit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken just shy of the goal line. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he couldn't get inside the pylon, but spectacular return. He set up his team with first and goal.
Oh, man, you know he wanted that one. He's going to wind up just short of the goal line, but what a return it was. When he got to midfield, Mike, I thought he was gone. I mean, it won't be a touchdown, but he set his guys up first and goal, and that was electric to watch.
This is the best starting field position you could ever have. First and goal from the 1.
Go.
They'll start with an option play to the right. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. Second down.
No gain on the play.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory.
And he will take it in himself. Jalen Milroe. Touchdown, Broncos. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Broncos will line up for the
60
two-point
boxes,
conversion.
60 boxes. Cougar 19. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobs.
They go play action now with Milroe. And they will not let up. He is into the end zone for 2 more.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward, and will give him 4 yards. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
We'll go once more with Brooks. And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. 3rd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther.
Let's go now. Street. 60 by go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Milroe going to hold on to this one. And he pitches it. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. We'll try to go up tempo here as they hustle to the line.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
2nd down, zone read, and he keeps it. Space to run inside the 20. And he's going to go out of bounds with